Good morning to all the students. I welcome you all to our today's geometry lecture. We are here discussing, revising all the topics of geometry. Myself, Amruta Dhadge from Khairnagar Municipal English Medium School. And today we are going to revise our sixth chapter, which is trigonometry. So what basically we are going to learn in trigonometry is trigonometric ratios, trigonometric identities. Okay, else is the non-evaluative part. Towards our very first topic, which is trigonometric ratios. Okay, the word trigonometry itself means that these are the relations with respect to the sides and angles, okay, of a right angle triangle. Trigonometry word means these are the relationships between the sides and the angles of a right angle triangle. Okay, so trigonometry will always include a right angle triangle with one side as opposite side of the hypotenuse and the other as the hypotenuse. Okay, the side opposite to 90 degree is hypotenuse. It will form as the opposite side of the hypotenuse and the remaining side will form its adjacent. So we have learned these ratios. Okay, we will just try to recall it. So what is sine theta? Sine theta is opposite its opposite side upon hypotenuse. And what is cos theta? Cos theta is adjacent. I have written it in short, but it is opposite side. This will form as adjacent side and divided by hypotenuse. What is tan theta? Tan theta is sine theta upon cos theta. Okay, so after placing these ratios one upon the other, that is opposite side upon hypotenuse, which is for sine theta, we divide this with adjacent side upon hypotenuse. As this is a division, we will take its reciprocal of the denominator. The reciprocal of the denominator is hypotenuse upon adjacent. You can see hypotenuse same. Okay, so it gets reduced by each other. So what we are left with? We are left with opposite side divided by adjacent. Okay, so we just have to remember, as tan theta is sine theta upon cos theta, just take numerators of both the ratios, which are opposite side for sine theta and adjacent side for cos theta. This is the basic, okay, which will help you to remember the whole chapter. So we will just stress on whatever basic is given. This is a right angle. Okay, side opposite to right angle is hypotenuse, whereas this will form its opposite side and the adjacent side will be AB. So trigonometric ratios start with sine theta, which is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse of the given right angle triangle. Cos theta is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Okay, so tan theta is sine theta upon cos theta. Okay, after substituting the value of sine theta and cos theta, we take reciprocal of this denominator, okay, which inverts and takes the denominator in the numerator, which is opposite divided by adjacent. The hypotenuse gets cancelled and whatever is left with us is opposite side upon adjacent side. Okay. So we will complete this following ratios. So what is sine theta upon cos theta? It is opposite side upon adjacent side. These are the short forms which are usually written. Okay, we will substitute values. Now sine theta equals to cos 90 minus theta. Cos theta is equal to sine 90 minus theta. Tan theta into tan 90 minus theta equals to 1. Okay. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. Write the values of the following trigonometric ratios. Now we have studied a triangle, a table, okay, which depicts all these values. Now we will see a technique how to remember this trigonometric ratios and the angle theta. Okay, first write all the angles, okay, in its increasing order. 0 degree, we have studied 30, 60, 90 degree triangle and 45, 45, 90 degree. Okay, so we have done 0 degree, after that 30 degree, after that 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. Okay, what we will do, we will write the columns first, the columns which contain angle theta. Okay, how we are going to write these angles? We are going to write these angles in the degree in the increasing order. So this is 0 degree, after that 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. Okay, then all the trigonometric ratios which we have studied, sine theta is the first, then we have studied cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, okay, which is equals to 1 upon sine theta, sec theta equals to 1 upon cos theta, and cot theta equals to 1 upon tan theta. Okay, so if you see this properly, okay, and try to find out a relationship in them. So you will see that first we have taken sine theta, cos theta and tan theta. Okay, these are the three basic ratios. After that, these three ratios, cosec theta, sec theta and cot theta, these are just the reciprocal or inverse of the above three. Okay, so cosec theta is equals to the first ratio, which is equals to 1 upon sine theta. We are just writing this ratio as 1 upon sine theta and its name is cosec theta. So cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sine theta. This is for first one. Okay, so what fourth ratio depicts? Fourth ratio depicts that it is just the reciprocal of first one. Okay, which is 1 upon sine theta. What is sec theta? Sec theta is nothing but 1 upon cos theta. Okay, and cot theta is nothing but 1 upon tan theta. So if you remember these three basic ratios, okay, you just have to remember names of these these remaining three: cosec theta, sec theta and cot theta. And what are these ratios? These ratios are nothing but the reciprocals of the above three. Okay, that too they are sequentially taken. First we have taken 1 upon sine theta. For sec theta we have taken 1 upon cos theta, and for cot theta we have taken 1 upon tan theta. Okay, then do just remember these columns. First column, which is 0, 0 degree, sine theta value for 0 degree is 0. Sine theta value for 30 degrees 1 upon 2. Okay, sine theta value of 45 degrees 1 upon root 2. After that, cos theta value, sine theta value for 60 degrees root 3 upon 2. Sine theta value for 90 degrees 1. Okay, so 0, 1 upon 2, 1 upon root 2, root 3 upon 2 and 1. These are the first basic ratios. Okay, then what we are going to do, we are just going to write for cos theta from first column, we can write it like this. What we will do, we will just interchange the last column with the first one. Okay, so last one was 1. For cos 0 degree, the value is 1. Okay, and then this 0, We are going to place it at the end. Okay, we are going to place this at the end. This is the easiest technique to remember. So first 0 goes to last value for cos 90 degree. Okay, and last value of sin 90 degree comes first. Okay, then you can see, just crossly place this. Okay, sin 60 degree, this value is root 3 upon 2. Okay, now cos 30 degrees, root 3 upon 2. Okay, just remember this. Now just write this 1 upon root 2, 1 upon 2 in this column for cos 60 degree. Okay, again I will repeat what we have done for the next row. We don't have to remember these things. If you understand this logic, you will easily remember it. Okay, the first value, the first column value will go towards the last for cos theta. The last column value for sin theta will come first for cos theta. Okay, just interchange this. Sin 60 degree value will come for cos 30 degree. Okay, interchange this. After that, sin 30 degree will go for cos 60 degree, and whatever is there in the middle will remain as it is and will be forwarded in the next row. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to just remember the first row. Writing this table is very easy. Just remember this sequence and remember this increasing order of the angles. Okay, and the first row values. By the first row, you can go for the second one. Okay, you can go for this second row. Now what for tan theta? Tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta. Okay, so 0 divided by 1. Okay, 0 divided by 1 is 0. Now, as we know, tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta. Okay, and we are just taking numerators. Okay, opposite side upon adjacent side. Just take numerators of these things, of the about two ratios. Okay, which is 1. Okay, so we will write 1 and then we will write divided by root 3. 1 divided by 1, the answer is 1. Root 3 divided by 1, the answer is root 3. We are just taking the numerators, as the numerators over here depict that they are opposite side for sin theta, and for cos theta they are the adjacent sides. Okay, so I have just taken the numerator values. Okay, first the numerator of sin theta and then the numerator of cos theta. Okay, and I have just formed these ratios for tan theta. Okay, nothing, no miracles, no magic, just go with the logic and you will remember the whole table, which is really a marks earning table in geometry. Okay, so what is tan theta? It is again root 3 upon 1. Okay, now what is 1 upon 0? When 0 comes in the denominator, okay, the ratio is not defined. When 0 comes in the denominator, the ratio is not defined. As we are writing 1 upon 0, it means that the ratio is not defined. Okay, again, now as this is given for whatever values we have taken for tan theta. Okay, so what for cosec theta? Again, by mere observation, okay, you can see that it is 1 upon sin theta. So you have to take reciprocal of sin theta. So what is 1 upon sin theta? It is 1 upon 0. What is the value of sin theta? It is 0. Okay, so 1 upon 0 is again not defined. Okay, then 1 upon sin theta, value for sin 30 degrees, 1 upon 2, which is again 1 upon 2. So I'll take reciprocal of this, 1 into 2 upon 1. Okay, which again formulates the value is 2. Now for root 2. Okay, sorry. For cosec 45 degree. I will write 1 upon sine 45 degree, which is 1 upon root 2. Again, I will take reciprocal of the denominator, which is 1 into root 2 upon 1. Again, 1 into root 2 is root 2. Denominator is 1, so no need of writing. After that, this is for cosec 60 degree. Cosec 60 degree is equals to 1 upon sine 60 degree. Value for sine 60 is root 3 upon 2. So it will be 1 into reciprocal of the denominator is 2 upon root 3. The answer is 2 upon root 3. Okay. Moving forward, 1 upon sine 90 is 1. So 1 divided by 1, the answer is 1. Just by remembering this ratio, we can formulate the whole row for cosec theta. Same for sec theta, 1 upon cos theta. So while deriving the value for sine 0 degree, what I have to write? 1 upon cos 0. So 1 upon cos 0 is 1. So 1 upon 1 is 1. It's nothing but remembering these ratios which help us to formulate the row for sec theta. Okay, now it is sec 30 degree. For sec 30 degree, what we are going to write? 1 upon cos 30. So cos 30 is root 3 upon 2. Again, taking reciprocal of this root 3 upon 2 is 2 divided by root 3. So it is 2 divided by root 3. Okay, sec 45 degree is 1 upon cos 45 degree. So this is the second row is for cos. It is 1 upon root 2. Reciprocal of 1 upon root 2 is only root 2. It will become root 2 divided by 1. Okay, so as 1 is there in the denominator, we are not mentioning it. We are just writing the numerator, which is root 2. After that, we will go for sec 60 degree. So sec 60 degree is equals to 1 upon cos 60 degree. So 1 upon cos 60 degree, you can see it is 1 upon 2. Reciprocal of the denominator is 1 into 2 upon 1. So it becomes 2. Then again for this, how we can formulate this? 1 upon cos 90. Okay, 1 upon cos 90 is 0. So 1 upon 0 is not defined. Okay, 1 upon 0 is not defined, as 0 is in the denominator. The ratio goes till infinity, and we write as the ratio is not defined. For cot theta, which is equals to 1 upon tan theta, which is equals to 1 upon tan theta. So you can go for the values of 1 upon tan theta. So 1 upon tan 0 is 0. Again, we get the ratio as 1 divided by 0. 0 is there in the denominator, which depicts that the value goes till infinity. So we write not defined in the table. After that, cot theta. Cot theta is equals to, again we will go towards this ratio, that is 1 upon tan theta. So for which value I am finding? I am finding for cot 30 degree. Okay, so what is tan 30 degree? It is 1 upon root 3. So again, 1 upon root 3, we take reciprocal of the denominator, which becomes 1 into root 3 upon 1. Okay, so 1 into root 3 becomes root 3. The answer is root 3. For cot 45 degree, 1 upon tan 45. 1 upon tan 45 is 1. So 1 upon 1, the answer is 1. Cot 60 degree. Okay. How we will formulate the value for cot 60 degree? We will write 1 upon tan 60. Okay. So what is tan 60? It is root 3. Okay. So 1 upon, it is just root 3. So we get the value 1 upon root 3. Okay, so for cot 90 degree equals to 1 upon tan 90. So this is sine cos tan. Okay, which is not defined. So 1 upon infinity is 0. We get the value 0. So I hope formulating this table, writing these, there are many methods, many techniques, okay, to remember this. But this one was the easiest one by just writing it crisscross, the values. Okay, just remembering it that the first value goes to the last column and the last value comes to the first column. Then just interchange these internal columns. Okay, 30 degree will go for cos 60 degree and sine 60 degree will come for cos 30 degree. The middle one column will be carry forwarded as it is. Okay, after that we are formulating these by using the ratios, that is tan theta is equal to sine upon cos theta, which is nothing but taking the numerators, of above two rows. Okay, so numerator 1 upon root 3, 1 upon root 3. Numerator both are having 1 in the numerator, 1 is the value. Okay, 1 is having root 3 divided by 1, so we are writing root 3. 1 upon 0 means not defined. What we did for cosec theta, we just took the reciprocal of sine theta. Okay, so sine theta is 0, 1 upon 0 becomes not defined. Okay, this is 1 upon 2, which becomes only 2 itself. Okay, this is 1 upon root 2, which remains only root 2. We are taking reciprocal of it. Okay, reciprocal means denominator goes to the numerator and numerator comes in the denominator. Okay, you can see it is root 3 upon 2, it becomes 2 upon root 3. It becomes 2 upon root 3. For 90 degree, it is 1. Okay, where you have to remember, you just have to remember whenever the ratio comes 1 upon 0, it is not defined. You have to write that it is not defined. You have to mention the value in that particular cell as it is not defined. Okay, so what we did for sec theta, again, only the cos theta is reciprocal. Numerator becomes denominator and denominator becomes the numerator for sec theta. Same we have done for cot theta, which is 1 upon tan theta. Okay, so if you just remember this relationship, that first we have to write these three things: sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, and after that cosec is nothing but the reciprocal of sine theta. Sec is nothing but the reciprocal of 1 upon cos theta, and cot theta is nothing the reciprocal of 1 upon tan theta. Okay, we are giving too much time, or we are emphasizing on this table, as this table carries marks. It will be helpful for you, okay, while solving all the trigonometric ratios. While solving geometry answer sheet, okay, you receive this answer sheet before itself. If you can make this column, okay, the whole table behind your answer sheet at your back page, okay, just write rough work as the heading over there. Try to formulate this table beforehand, okay, before getting your answer sheets. It will be helpful for you just to see the values, okay, and to substitute it wherever they are required in your questions, and to get out of marks in every question related to trigonometry. Whatever we have discussed over here, revise it as it is, okay, after the lectures, so that it will be imprinted in your mind and you will remember it for a long time. It's no need of remembering or by heart learning this table. Just by first row, you can make the whole table. Okay, now we are going to substitute the value. See what is the value for sine theta? Sine 30 degree, it is 1 upon 2. Okay, so whenever this kind of question comes, sine 30 degrees equals to, we will just write it is 1 upon 2. What is cos 30 degree? Okay, so what is cos 30 degree? Go for the row which is having as its heading cos, and for the column which is having 30 degree. Okay, so it is root 3 upon 2. Substitute the value. This is root 3 upon 2. Then what is tan 30? Go for the column which is headed by tan. Okay, and go for the row which is headed by tan and stop wherever you see the column 30 degree. So it is tan 30 degree, which is 1 upon root 3. Now, here you can understand sine 30 degrees 1 upon 2, cos 30 degrees root 3 upon 2, tan 30 degrees 1 upon root 3. Okay, what is tan 30? You can see it is a numerator for sine. Okay, and its denominator consists of the numerator which is for cos. As tan theta is equals to sine theta upon cos theta, hypotenuse gets cancelled and only numerator remains. So 1 upon root 3. Okay, again we will go for another value which is sine 60 degree. Okay, so we are at the table and we are in the row which is headed as sine. We will wait till 60 degree. It is root 3 upon 2. Okay, so just substitute the value root 3 upon 2. Cos 45 degree. Okay, this is cos. We will go till 45 degree. It is 1 upon root 2. Now, I can write this value as a, just by performing some operations. Okay, so what is tan? Tan is sine upon cos. Okay, sine upon cos. Now here value is given of the angle, so it is sine 45 degree upon cos 45 degree. Now what I know is sine 45 is also 1 upon root 2. Okay, the middle one columns as it remains as it is. The value for sine 45 is 1 upon root 2 and for cos 45 is also 1 upon root 2. Okay, so this is 1 upon root 2 divided by again 1 upon root 2. So I will take reciprocal of the denominator. So 1 upon root 2 into root 2 upon 1. This root 2 gets cancelled. Only 1 is remaining. So value for tan 45 is 1. Okay, you can go by this way if you just remember all the values of sine theta and cos theta. Okay, or you can draw this table. Okay, draw this table very neatly. Practice it many times, which gives you confidence. Okay, so all the values, whichever you solve and whatever values you get, all are correct. Now we will see this multiplicative inverse or the reciprocal of sine ratios is called cosecant ratios. Now it is written in brief as cosec. So therefore cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sine theta. We are just going to see in short how these things are derived. Okay. Similarly, multiplicative inverse or reciprocals of cosine and tangent ratios are called secant and cotangent. Okay, ratios respectively. They are written in brief as sec and cot. Okay, secant, the short form is sec, and for cotangent, the short form is just first 3 letters we are writing, which is cot. Okay, so what is sec theta, which is equals to 1 upon cos theta, and cot theta is equal to 1 upon tan theta. So again, what is sine theta? Sine theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. Now this forms the hypotenuse. Okay, and this is the opposite side to the hypotenuse. If this is opposite, the remaining one will become adjacent. So sine theta is opposite side upon adjacent. So opposite is AB. Sorry, AB upon hypotenuse, which is AC. So you can see sine theta is equal to AB divided by AC. Okay, this value we know. But what is cosec theta, which is new to us, which is 1 upon sin theta? We have done this. We are just seeing the proof. Okay, so 1 upon AB upon AC. We took reciprocal of the denominator, which becomes AC upon AB. Now, it means that cosec theta is equal to hypotenuse upon opposite side. Okay, so tan theta is equal to AB upon BC. Cot theta is equal to 1 upon tan theta, which is equals to 1 upon AB upon AC. So cot theta is equal to BC. Okay, as we are taking reciprocal, 1 into this comes in the numerator, BC divided by AB. 1 multiplied by anything gives us the same value. So they have written only BC upon AB. Okay, 2 ones are 2. Again, we get the same value when we multiply it by 1. So we are multiplying it by 1. We are getting the same ratio, which is BC upon AB. So cot theta is equal to BC upon AB. Now, what is BC? BC is the adjacent side and AB is the opposite side. So it is adjacent side upon opposite side. Okay, so cosec theta is nothing but the reciprocal of sin theta, which is 1 upon sin theta. So what we are doing, we are taking reciprocal of sin theta. The numerator becomes the denominator and the denominator becomes its numerator. Okay, so this is just the reciprocal of sin theta, which forms cosec theta. Okay, so what is cot theta? Cot theta is 1 upon tan theta. So we are taking the reciprocal of the ratio tan theta, which is adjacent side upon opposite. So what is cos theta is equal to BC upon AC. Sec theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta. Okay, it is just 1 upon cos theta. So what is the value of cos theta? BC upon AC. We have just taken reciprocal of it. It becomes AC upon BC. It means sec theta is equal to hypotenuse upon adjacent side. Understanding the formulation of these ratios help us to solve problems, help us to remember the table very well. Okay, so just understanding it, how these values are derived, how we get these values will help us. Okay, as we are not going to study any application related to trigonometry this year. Okay, so understanding the formulation of each and every ratio, how they are formulated, how sine, cos, tan forms the basic of this table, and the remaining sec, cosec, and cot theta, how they are derived from the above 3 ratios. Okay, if you understand this, no need to learn the table. So cot theta is 1 upon tan theta, which is equals to 1 upon sine upon cos theta. Okay, again, the first goes up, cos upon sine. So cot theta is equal to cos theta upon sine. I hope you people must have understood, found it some interesting. Okay, so this is the summary. 1 upon sine theta is equal to cosec theta. Therefore, sine theta into cosec theta is equals to 1. Now what happens? The sine is dividing. Okay, it goes on this side and it multiplies. So sine theta into cosec theta equals to 1. Okay, 1 is remaining on this side. Now same thing happens over here. This cos theta is dividing on this side. It will multiply on another side. So cos theta into sec theta is equal to 1. 1 upon tan theta is equal to cot theta. Tan theta is dividing over here, it will multiply on another side. So tan theta into cot theta is equals to 1. So you can see that by these ratios, we are formulating some identities. Okay, some identities are formed, which will help us to solve problems. So is there any need to remember this identity? If you remember this, okay, if you remember this, that 1 upon sine theta is equal to cosec theta, it is basic. Okay, so you know that the sine theta is dividing on this side. If it goes on another side, it will multiply and we get the identity. that cosec theta into sin theta is equals to 1. As it is reciprocal, you can substitute the values and you can check this identity. Okay, so for sine 0, and cosec 0, just substitute the values and see that whether the answer is 1 or not, whether the LHS is equals to RHS. Okay, so that you will remember this. Now we will go towards a short summary of this lesson, and then we will be revising this. Okay, you can see it. Sine theta is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse, which is equals to AB upon AC. Okay, again a triangle is given, which is of right angle triangle. Cos theta is equals to adjacent side upon hypotenuse, which is BC upon AC. Hypotenuse remains as it is. You can see that the denominators are same. Tan theta is equal to opposite side upon adjacent. We have just taken the numerators of sine and cos, which are opposite side upon adjacent side, which becomes AB upon BC. Cosec theta is equal to hypotenuse upon opposite side. Now here you can clearly see that whatever is the denominator, it goes to the numerator, and it becomes the denominator. So it is called reciprocal. So for cosec theta, what we are doing, we are taking the reciprocal of sine theta, which is equals to AC upon AB. This here we were writing AB upon AC. Here we are writing AC upon AB. What is sec theta? It is hypotenuse upon adjacent, which is the reciprocal of our ratio cos theta. You can see it is written hypotenuse upon adjacent side upon hypotenuse. For sec theta, we are just writing it opposite side upon adjacent side, which is AC upon BC. Now, same here for cot theta. Okay, opposite side upon adjacent is for tan, and the denominator for tan goes as the numerator for cot, which is adjacent side upon opposite side. Okay, so these are some trigonometric identities. Sin theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta. Cosec theta is equal to sec 90 minus theta. Tan theta is equal to cot 90 minus theta. Now you know that is the sine cos, cosec sec, tan cot. They form complementary angles to each other. So they have this relationship between them, which we have formulated in the form of equation. Sin theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta. Cosec theta is equal to sec 90 minus theta. Tan theta is equal to cot 90 minus theta. Okay. After that, this is the famous identity. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Okay, 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Sec square theta minus 1 is equals to tan square theta. 1 minus cos square theta is equal to sin square theta. Now this identity you can remember with the help of this. This is sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. Okay, so if I have to find the value of sin square theta and I know the value of cos square theta, I'm going to transfer this cos theta from my LHS to the RHS, okay, which will become 1 minus cos theta. Okay, so you can remember this identity that 1 minus cos square theta is equal to sin square theta. Now cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. See this identity. What is happening? This cot square theta is getting transferred towards other side. It is plus cot square theta. It will become minus cot square theta. So cosec square theta minus cot square theta. What is remaining on this side? It is 1. Okay. So no need to remember this. Two things separately. Again, now these two ratios, you can see sin theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta. So cos theta is equal to sin 90 minus theta. Vice versa, only the complementary angles are getting changed. If this is cosec theta is equal to sec 90 minus theta, then it is sec theta equals to cosec 90 minus theta. Tan theta is equal to cot 90 minus theta. Cot theta is equal to tan 90 minus theta. Okay. Unless and until you go through these things again and again, you won't be able to develop the logic with that ease to remember. So you have to write it again and again. This is a marks gaining lesson. Very easy lesson, just to remember the values and the identities. This will help you to solve all the problems related to trigonometry. So 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square theta. Okay, you can derive this identity with the help of this itself. 1 minus sin square theta. Okay, now this sin square theta is transferred over here. So cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta. Cosec square theta minus 1 equals to cot square theta. And sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Okay, this is sin square theta plus cos square theta. And here the sign is changed. It is minus. So sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Okay, and these were the identities in your textbook, which we have revised very well. So today, go through all these identities, okay, as well as this table. Try to formulate this table on your own. First, copy the table as it is. Okay. In the second writing, in your second practice, try to learn, okay, the sin theta values, and from sin theta you can derive what are the values for cos theta. After that, try to formulate tan theta. Go on checking the values each and every time so that your formula won't go wrong. Okay, so that your logic will be verified at every time. After that, how you will write cosec theta, which is 1 upon sin theta. Try to write down these values. Okay, just keep your book aside for a while. Check the values, but don't copy as it is for the second time. And at the third time, you will be able to identify some things. You will be able to recognize that, oh no, this is how I'll write for cosec theta. Cosec theta is 1 upon sin theta. Okay, these things will come in your mind slowly. In your fourth writing, with some ease, you will be able to write all the values. And if you revise this chapter for 2 to 3 days, okay, you will feel that this chapter is easy and marks gaining. So this is all which we have studied today in our lesson trigonometry. So what are things we have revised? We have taken trigonometric ratios and we have learned that this trigonometric ratio table, trigonometric ratios with the angles table. Okay, how we are going to remember this, and with all the identities which are helpful to solve problems. Go through it, revise it, as only revision helps in maths. Okay, so it is must, very essential thing to earn good marks. I hope you people must have understood. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hello, teacher. Wind up the lecture.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.